was work? Terrible. Johnson got the big promotion. That's too bad. Well, maybe if you try harder next time. It's no use. I worked extra hard on our proposal, and Johnson took credit for all of my effort. Well, nice guys do finish last in free market capitalism. Here we go again with the pinko talk. All I'm saying is capitalism rewards the kind of antisocial behavior that Mr. Johnson is exhibiting. So what's the alternative then? Centrally planned socialism? Of course not. Centrally planned socialism has a proven history of giving disproportionate power to the coordinator class, resulting in inequality. Right. So while capitalism may have its weak points, it still is the best option for a fair economy. Well, there is another option. What other option? I'm talking about participatory economics. Participatory economics? Sounds like another one of your commie plots. Participatory economics, or Parекон for short, is an economic system that eliminates the grossly uneven distribution of wealth we have in the United States, while also giving people incentives to work together instead of stabbing people in the back to get ahead. Sure, as long as we listen to orders handed down from the Kremlin. Not so. Parекon is a system of democracy, where everyone has a voice in decisions in an equal proportion to how much the decision will affect them. Really? That's right. Parekon's core values are equality, solidarity, diversity, and self-management. Alright, I'll bite. How does Parекon work? Parекon is made up of several principles and institutions. Workers and consumers councils, balanced job complexes, remuneration according to effort and sacrifice, and participatory planning. Everyone in a Parекon system belongs to a workers' council where they work and a consumers' council where they live. In participatory economics, no one person owns businesses or means of production. They're owned by society. So in every workplace, decisions about how work is done and who carries out which tasks are all decided collectively, not by a boss or a manager. The same is true in your neighborhood. Decisions about how to use the city's resources are made by all those who will be affected by the decision. So I can have Joe Blow from across town deciding what kind of flowers I have in my backyard, right? No, Clarence. Like I said before, everyone has a voice in decisions proportionate to how greatly they will be affected by that decision. Here's an example. Let's say you want to put a picture of me on your desk. But I don't. Alright, let's say you want to put a picture of Lindsay Lohan on your desk. Okay, I can see that. Now, is that a decision that needs to be approved by the entire workplace? No, because the decision affects only you. Having the entire workplace decide is unfair and inefficient. But let's say you want to put a loud radio on your desk. I like Metallica. I know you do. Now that is a decision that not only affects you, but affects those around your desk as well. So in the decision, some of your colleagues would have some say as well. So Joe can't tell me what kind of flowers I can have in the backyard? Only if he uses the backyard also. 'Cause I like tulips. Great. In Parекon, balanced job complexes are the way in which work tasks are made equal for everyone, even across workplaces. Workers' councils who are familiar with the type of work done in their workplace give every task that is done in the workplace a rating based on the amount of effort that is required to complete the task, how fun or empowering the task is, or how uncomfortable or even dangerous the task is. The ratings for the tasks that one worker is responsible for completing are averaged so that the list of tasks, or job, is given a rating. Within a workplace, tasks are divided up so that everyone has a fair share of empowering tasks and tasks that are not empowering. This is also done across workplaces. Some workplaces, such as the coal mine, have an average work rating that is lower than others. Across society, all of these work ratings are averaged to give an average work empowerment rating for all of society. Tasks across workplaces are then divided up so that no one in society has an uneven share of empowering tasks. How does that work if I work in an ice cream store and Joe works in a coal mine? Well, Joe wouldn't work in the coal mine every day. Sometimes Joe might work in the ice cream store and you might work in the coal mine. But I don't know anything about coal mines. People would still have jobs that they are trained for, but everyone would have an equal share of tasks that weren't fun. That brings us to the next principle, remuneration for effort. In our current system, some people have jobs that require a lot less effort than others. In Parекon, balanced job complexes would change this. In Paracon, everyone has a balanced workload, so everyone is also paid a standard rate. You wouldn't earn more money because the ice cream store you work at makes the most popular ice cream. You would earn money only based on how much effort you used to make the ice cream. So if you wanted to earn more, the only way would be to put in extra hours at the ice cream store. But likewise, if you decided you didn't need as much to get by, you could decide to work less hours if time off was more valuable to you. Participatory planning would make the economy run more efficiently than it does now. Workers and consumers' councils work together to estimate the supply and demand of every product in the economy. Prices are then adjusted properly. They are not set artificially high or low, as can happen in market capitalism. Prices will be adjusted so that they reflect their actual costs on society. How is that different than capitalism? Take gasoline, for example. In our current system, the cost of gasoline, as high as it may be, does not factor in the costs on society that the pollution created by the gasoline will incur. The pollution is an externality that neither the producer nor the consumer of the gasoline is paying for. In a Paracon system, all of this would be adjusted so that the products will have their external costs on society properly reflected in their price. Well, all this sounds well and good, but it seems like there are just a lot of issues that you haven't addressed, besides the fact that I don't see how a system like this could ever be implemented. Well, it may interest you to know that there are many businesses out there that have implemented the Paracon model within their workplace. You can read about how they are making it work at paracon.org, where you can also find out more specific information about how Paracon works. That sounds great, but I'm just a cartoon character. That's true. That's why it's up to you, kids. That's right, kids. It's up to you to implement new economic systems. If you want to learn more about participatory economics, have an adult help you go to paracon.org to find out more information about this revolutionary new economic model.